today the OSCE, you know where I'm going?
No.
The Russians.
Sometimes I do. I don't right now.
Well, there was a decision at the OSCE. They were going to put they wanted to put monitors inside, just over the border into Russia. The Russians refused.
Okay.
I'm wondering if you have.
I haven't seen the
Okay.
OSCE decision. I do have a couple new pieces of information about arms continuing to flow across the border since the shoot-down.
Okay.
We have new evidence that the Russians intend to deliver heavier and more powerful multiple rocket launchers to the separatist forces in Ukraine, and have evidence that Russia is firing artillery from within Russia to attack Ukrainian military positions. This is some pieces of info I've been able to get from our intelligence friends for you. I can't tell you what the information's based on. I know that's disappointing to you, Matt. But was able to get just some of the data points we've seen about the continuing arms flow across the border.
Right. It's not me who you need to convince. It's the rest of the world. I don't understand.
The rest of the world who has seen these separatists shoot down a dozen planes, who has now seen a separatist leader come out and say they had this missile, and appear to at least take credit for something similar to this. So I think there's a preponderance of evidence. We went through it yesterday. I'm happy to continue going through it.
I don't think we need to go through all of what you guys presented as in lieu of evidence. But I would like to know what you're basing this new evidence that the Russians intend to send any heavier equipment.
It's based on some intelligence information. I can't get into the sources and methods behind it, but I was able to tell you that.
Is there a YouTube video or something that you can point us to that would show?
Do you have any other questions?
I'm just wondering if you what it is.
I just said I wasn't going to give you the underlying source for it.
Marie, did you
But
say...
then,
Look,
it's not the question.
I don't give you more information and just say nothing? If I can't give you the source? No, I'm actually asking you a question here. If I can't give you the source and method, would you prefer I not give you the information?
Marie, I think that it would be best for all concerned.
Are there any other questions?
If when you make an allegation like that, you're able to back it up with something more than just because I say so.
That's not what I said. It's based on intelligence information. It's not because I said so.
It's not me that's making these allegations. I mean, you guys get up and at the UN Security Council make these allegations. The Secretary gets on the Sunday shows and make these allegations. And then when you present your evidence to back up those allegations, it has appeared to, at least for some, fall short of definitive proof.
I would strongly disagree with that.
So you're saying that they're moving in a new and heavier weaponry. What can you say? What kind?
I said multiple rocket launchers.
Multiple rocket launchers of the Buk kind or of the
I can check and see on the
same
specifics.
one? And I can't remember.
They're
now,
firing
the rest
artillery from within Russia to attack Ukrainian military.
Do you believe that that rockets, missiles, artillery, whatever, fired from Russian territory took down these two Ukrainian planes, or do you not even have confirmation yet that that happened?
We're still looking into exactly what brought down those planes.
So you're sure that they did?
I said we're still looking into it.
I know, you're sure that the planes went down.
Oh, that's my understanding.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't know. I mean, the Ukrainians have claimed that they were shot down from from Russian territory.
There are some conflicting reports about the location of the.
And you haven't yet made a
correct.
determination. But
because we don't make determinations until we have facts, and then we present them to you as much as we can.
Yes, but you are not. You are sure that the Russians are firing artillery.
We have information, yes, that shows that.
Okay,
yes.
but you don't have information that they shot down.
We don't have definitive information about how those Ukrainian jets were brought down.
Okay, and last one on Ukraine for me. Do you have any comment about these attempts by the Ukrainian government to close to ban the Communist Party?
Yeah, so a couple points on that. Let me see what I have here. The Communist Party has not been banned in Ukraine.
I know, it hasn't, not yet. But
right, I'm getting there.
Okay.
The Rada's decision yesterday, I think there's been a little confusion, led to the Communist Party's delisting as a faction after a third of their MPs left the party. So, under the banner of the Communist Party, people had been elected, they left the party, but they continue, the ones that did remain in the party continue to maintain their seats and their party affiliation. It's my understanding this is draft legislation. We believe, of course, that all peaceful voices should be able to be heard. We've made that clear to the Ukrainians, and we'll see where this goes from here.
Okay, but you don't have any concern about a move to potentially outlaw one
I said it's draft legislation. We believe that all peaceful voices should be able to be heard, and we'll take a look at the legislation as it advances.
All right, and you don't have any objection in principle to the Communist Party being able to be a party in Ukraine, do you? You do not. Okay.
The Pentagon did say when it came to the two Su-25 fighter jets in Ukraine that they were in fact shot down. Does this give the U.S. more impetus to look at even more sanctions against Russia, based on your suggestion that without Russian help, the separatists couldn't have done it themselves?
Not a suggestion, that is a fact. But setting that aside, we've imposed more sanctions since the downing of MH17. We are continuing to look at additional sanctions and to impose additional costs on Russia. That process is ongoing. Anything else on Ukraine?
Is there still an option, short of military action, which has been ruled out from it? Are there other options besides sanctions that?
Besides economic pressure?
Right. I mean, there are international meetings that are upcoming that Russia has been invited to. Is anyone looking at
I think we're looking at a wide range of options. Suspending them from the G8 wasn't purely an economic. That was also a political or diplomatic option. So we're looking at a range of options.
Would that include athletic events that, putting pressure on, say, the International Olympic Committee, putting
I haven't heard that. I'm happy to check it. I haven't heard that. I'm happy to check and see if there are additional options we can outline for you. But we're focused very much on the economic piece, certainly, and then some of the diplomatic pieces as well.
Question.